10:21 a.m. I'm just getting ready to pop Mike's oatmeal with granola into the microwave. And some little boy is waiting on a snack already. And the dishwashers are ready to be unloaded. The dishwashers, oh my God, the dishes are ready to be unloaded. Can you tell it's that hour and I haven't had any caffeine yet? Ugh. Oh well, my wifely duties call. And I need to pack his lunch. So let's get busy. Alright, 3:48. Mike left. I'm going back to bed. Good morning again. I'm back up a second time. Impatiently waiting for my tea water to boil. Can you tell I have my windows open? Did you just hear a motorcycle? I love having my windows open. But when you're trying to record, it does make some noise. Someone went outside this morning. You went out on the deck this morning. You like sitting out there, don't you? Maybe we'll have the tea outside this morning. Okay, hold on. Let me get my tea done, then I'll come out. And of course, I need food. So a little bit of blackberry Greek yogurt with some chia seeds. And my granola. Ah, perfect. So hello again. I'm getting ready to go to work. 2 more days left this week of my temporarily filling in at my husband's job. So it's almost 10 o'clock. Mondays there's really not a lot as far as deliveries go, because you figure I just delivered everything and picked up everything Friday afternoon, and the guys don't work Saturdays and Sundays, so first thing Monday morning there's nothing for me to do. So, but before I keep going, there's something that I just think is absolutely incredible about a new jar of peanut butter. I don't know what it is. Well, maybe if I can get the lid off, I'll explain it. Sorry for the whir of my washing machine in the background, but, you know, a woman's work is never done. Hey, come on. Anyway, I'm craving a peanut butter and jelly. It's one of those things where I don't eat them regularly, but every once in a while I really want one. So that's what I'm taking for lunch today. And I just think there is something amazing about the first spread of peanut butter out of the jar. This to me is exciting. Now this is organic peanut butter that I buy at Costco. So it's definitely looser than a jar of Jif. And you have to stir it first. But still. Yes, amazing. So, anyway, just working this afternoon and then obviously making dinner for us tonight when I get home. And I think tonight we're having a recipe that I cannot take credit for myself. I found it on laurainthekitchen.com, and if you've watched any of my other videos, I've mentioned before how much I love her cooking style. She's from Italy, although tonight's recipe is more of a Southwest, more Mexican style. It's Tex-Mex burgers. So we're going to have some burgers, and I'll probably bake some French fries with those. But I do have to stop at the store, of course, for one thing, and y'all know how I hate to do that. Crap, I put all my dish towels and dishcloths in the washer. Hold on. Ugh. So I have to stop at the store for, avocado. But that's okay, because it's not going to be a Tex-Mex burger if it doesn't have an avocado on it. So that's today's plan. And hopefully, maybe I'll find time tonight. I want to sit down and talk about something that has troubled me. It was troubling me yesterday, and it's troubled me in the past. Do you ever have trouble opening a lid? I notice as I get older, I don't have the strength in my hands that I used to. struggle more with stuff, stupid stuff like that. But that's not what I want to talk about. Do you ever have trouble feeling content? Like, no matter what you do, it's just not enough? I shouldn't say no matter what you do, nor is it no matter what you have. Okay, how good your life is, it's just not enough for you. I struggle with that. I struggle with that a lot, especially since I quit working. And I know I'm probably not the only one to struggle with this. But yesterday, before we went out again in the Jeep yesterday, I was kind of in a mood. I mean, I got up, I was in a fine mood, made breakfast, everything was good. We're sitting at the breakfast table. And Mike and I have the luxury of, with this type of living that we're doing at the moment, we don't have housework, per se, other than cleaning. Like, we don't have a yard to take care of, we don't have any remodeling that needs done. Our lives are pretty much as simple as you can get. I gotta find a container. Because that peanut butter is like really runny, and I'm afraid if I put it in a bag, it's gonna ooze everywhere. Hold on, let me go find a container to put this in. Okay, so anyway, not to forget what I was talking about. Okay, we're sitting at the breakfast table, and I was fine. And I asked him one question. I'm like, so what are we up to today? What are we going to do? And he said it didn't matter to him. That well, he actually said it was my turn to pick, because Saturday, he was the one that decided about running out to the lake and having a picnic and just getting the Jeep out and taking the tops out and, well, vitamins. So I said, okay. Now, where we live, I've probably mentioned it before, I hate it here. I hate York, Pennsylvania. It is a dangerous city, so we don't go downtown. And in the outskirts, there is literally nothing to do here. Like, we don't even have a decent mall. Not that I even like to go to a mall, but we have nothing here. We have a few local parks, but like our one county park that's closest to us is in the paper a lot for arrests for gay hookups. So, yeah, we don't tend to frequent that one. And as far as the other little parks in the area, it's like there's no picnic. There's like a lake you can fish at, but no picnic areas. There's nothing for us to do. We have to drive, we had to drive 30 miles to go to the lake that we went to Saturday. We don't mind the driving. We just have to be careful, because if we don't take the dog, we can't go too far because we don't want him penned up a whole lot. And again, I'm not complaining about that. But I just hate that there's nothing to do here. So I got on my iPad and I was looking for stuff to do in drivable distance areas away from us. And I literally could come up with nothing. You know, it's like unless you're willing to drive 2 to 4 hours away, we live in hell here. And so then I get this attitude that, okay, Michelle, there are people that live in worse areas than you. You have no right to complain. And then that spills into, but if I just lived somewhere else, I would be happier. And if I just lived with my kids, I would be much happier. And then I get all weepy, and because my heart does not want to be here. My heart wants to be in Florida with my children. And because I've always loved Florida. I mean, who doesn't want to live in a vacation destination? It's just, you know, that's, I guess if you don't like the heat, you probably don't want to. But I hate the cold. I'm not into the 4 seasons. I could care less about everything changing, and I'm not into fall and winter and spring. I am a summer girl. And I know we're not all the same, because that's good. The world would be boring if we were all the same. And I'm not faulting people who do love that. I just hate it. You know, I've wanted to escape this town since I was a young teenager, and I'm still here. So then him and I get to, we don't fight, we don't really disagree, we kind of just bicker, but not at each other, just we bicker about stuff. So it all comes back to, if he was here, if we were here because either of us had a job that we loved and were passionate about and just couldn't stand to leave, I would be much better with this. But he hates where he works. I mean, it definitely has its perks, but he's not happy there. He's just miserable at his job. And I no longer work, and it's like, other than our parents, there's nothing keeping us here. There's nothing keeping us here. And we kick ourselves in the butt for not leaving when we were younger, because now, pushing 50, with basically starting over, because we have nothing at this point, you know, financially, we're almost like newlyweds because of having to start over, because of having to short sale our home years ago during the housing crash here in the States, and it's sad. It's sad, and then it makes me sad. So bottom line is, I know I'm not the only one that struggles with this, but sometimes I feel like just getting by isn't enough. Like, I want to be truly happy. I told him, even if we don't, I don't want stuff. I don't want things. Like, I don't care if somebody handed me $1 million yesterday when I was depressed. I would not go out and buy stuff. Like, I'm happy with what I own. I don't have a fancy wardrobe. My clothes are cheap. I live in flip-flops. My car is a 2002. He's driving a 96. Other than this Jeep, which I could get rid of in a heartbeat, but it's his hobby, and I keep my mouth shut because he works 65 hours a week, and he wants something, and I'm okay. But I don't want anything. You know, again, if somebody handed me that $1 million, I'm not going out and buying a car. I'm not going out and going shopping. I'm not into material possessions. I'm happy with the cooking stuff I have. I'm happy with my furniture. I'm happy with my, 1,000 square feet that I have here. I don't want stuff. And I don't necessarily need to spend money to have a good time. Like when we went to the lake Saturday, I said in that vlog that it's a cheap date, and I was happy, happy, happy. I sound like, is that Phil or Cy that says that on Duck Dynasty? Happy, happy, happy. I don't know. I don't watch the show much, but I would have taken that money. If someone handed me that money, I would have taken it and packed my stuff that I already own and got a plane ticket and went down to see my kids and cooked them Sunday dinner. And that was another thing that bothered me Sunday. I said, I grew up where we always went to my grandma's house for Sunday dinner every single week. I feel like since we're living separate from our children, there's going to be so many experiences that I had that my kids are never going to have. And it makes me sad. And I understand that's how the world is. Families don't live in the same towns anymore. So again, I know I'm not the only person struggling with this. So if you're struggling with this too, let me know. Or maybe you have kids that are still at home, but someday they will leave, and you're already starting to struggle with it. Let me know. So yeah, I was definitely kind of a bum yesterday, but then when I couldn't figure out anything to do, he said, and I got up and I just said, well, I'm just going to start dinner while work gets any later. He said, well, come on, we're going to go get dessert. Clean up the dishes, we're going to go get dessert. And we got the Jeep out again. I just drove around, went for ice cream, and did some exploring. Again, we had to go into Lancaster County to even find anything to look at. And again, it's not that I expect him to ever take me out to eat. Like, when I couldn't find anything to do, I wouldn't have just said, well, then let's just go out to eat because it's something. That's not me. I don't need the restaurant. It's different when I'm traveling and I'm in a hotel and I have nowhere to cook. But when I have my stuff here at home, I prefer my own food. And you see so many horror stories on the internet. I probably spend too much time on the internet. But you see these horror stories of what has been done to people's food in these restaurant kitchens and what some of these kitchens look like. And I used to work in the restaurant industry. I did it when I was a teenager, and then I did it again in like 98 through 2000, something around there. I was a server in a local restaurant. I know what these kitchens look like, and I know they don't look like mine. So eating in restaurants is not a huge deal to me. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. I thought I was seeing mold on these hamburger buns that I just bought, but it must have been a glare. I was starting to panic. I was going to buy more buns. So anyway, another vitamin. Hold on. That's a big one. So I'm off to work. I'll be back when it's time to make dinner. Okay, so here's my other question. I'm sitting at a stoplight. No, I'm not. Now I have to go. So here's my other question. Are you ever too old to just up and move? Like leave the area that you've known all your life and just start over? I mean, I don't think you are. People retire and move south all the time. It's just what we do here in the United States. I don't know how it is in other countries, but Florida and Arizona, retirees flock to. The difference with Mike and I is, first of all, we're not retired yet. And second of all, we're never going to be the financially set retirees, just due to the fact that we were never smart enough to put away our own money into retirement, and the pension that we were counting on from Mike's job when he was an employee with the Falstaff Company, if you're familiar with the Falstaff Pottery, that was a York, Pennsylvania-based business. And he had 17 years in with that company, and they did what so many other manufacturing companies are doing here in the States, and that's closing their doors and letting China and Mexico make everything for us. It absolutely sucks. But we lost everything when they shut down. We lost his pension, we lost his ESOP, which was his employee savings plan, stock option plan, because the stocks, when Falstaff shut their doors and Lifetime Brands bought them, the stock was worthless. So we lost everything. And the company that he's with now offers nothing. So, again, I don't want pity. I'm just saying he doesn't think it's feasible for us to just up and leave. But I keep telling him, okay, first of all, the state of Florida is cheaper to live in. Gas is cheaper. There's no state income tax. The state income tax here in Pennsylvania is ridiculous. Their property taxes are next to nothing. Our property taxes here are insane. Like my parents' home, my parents have a nice home, but their property taxes are over $7,000 a year. You know, even if you pay off your house and pay off your mortgage, it's like you still never own it living here. So, Florida's going to be cheaper to live in, and there's plenty of facilities down there that will pay him equal or more than what he's making per hour now and have actual good benefits. Because again, the place he's at now just gives him nothing. It's a very small shop. There's like 6 or 7 guys that work there. That's it. It's tiny. He's just scared. He's never been the adventurous type. Never. I've been the one to, let's just do it. Let's just take a risk. And he's been, no, we can't. How are we going to make it? We balance each other out. But in a situation like this, when it's something major, it's like neither of us is willing to give an inch. I would pack my bags tomorrow and leave. Now, again, I'm locked into a lease where we're living till February, but I think right now, in June, is the perfect time. He needs to start getting his resume out there and just go for an interview. If he's offered a job and we know we can make it financially, I think we just need to do it. And I know he wants to be with his kids, and he misses his kids as much as I do. He's scared. He's scared of failing is his problem. But I don't think we'll fail. You know, we've never failed yet. We've always managed in all of our financial hardships and even our rough marriage spots. We've always come out. We've always made it through. And I keep telling him, honey, we're Ritzes. We're going to make it. It's okay. So anyway, that's just the other thing I struggle with is it possible and can we do it? And I think we can, and he's my chicken. So that's it. I'm going to shut up now, and I need to get to work. Hey everyone, I'm back. So I'm getting ready to start my dinner. And like I said earlier, we're having Tex-Mex burgers and fries tonight. So I've shared how I like to make my French fries before, but just to give a recap, I just use regular frozen French fries. And what I do is I put them on a baking sheet, still frozen obviously, drizzle just a touch of olive oil on the top, regular olive oil, not extra virgin. And then I season them with whatever I want the taste to be that night. So I've seasoned them with rosemary and thyme leaves. I've seasoned them with Italian seasoning. Tonight I'm going to use garlic pepper. So just going to sprinkle a generous amount of garlic pepper all over the top of the fries. And then just going to mix those up. Get them nice and coated. In the meantime, my oven has been set to 425 degrees. This works a lot better if you use your fingers. I don't know why I'm even bothering to use a spoon, because normally I would just get in here and get my hands dirty. But for some reason I grabbed a spoon tonight, so that's what we're using. So get them as close to a single layer as you can get. It's okay if they overlap a little bit. But you don't want to, two solid layers are on there, or your bottom layer is just going to steam. So that's it, and we're going to pop these into an oven for about 25 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to get to work on the burgers. Alright, French fries are in the oven, so now we're going to start the burgers. So I'm starting with 1.3 pounds of organic ground beef. Of course, you can use any ground beef you want to use. I just happen to love this that I buy at Costco. And I can get organic ground beef there, no more expensive than what you can buy non-organic at a local grocery store. Costco is my store. Alright, so ground beef in a bowl. To that, I'm adding a 4.5 ounce can of the green chilies. If you watched yesterday's vlog, you'll see that's when I bought these. So, right on top of the beef they go. And then I'm adding about a tablespoon of taco seasoning. And that's it. Then we're just going to get in here and get our hands dirty. In the meantime, I ought to get a plate ready. I'm so ill-prepared. Now you should get at least 4 nice-sized burgers out of this. If you don't like your burgers huge, you may even get more. But I like a bigger burger, especially when I'm using a nice-sized Kaiser roll, which is what I bought at the store. They're not just regular hamburger rolls, they are a little larger. So I want my patties a little larger. And again, if you didn't remember from earlier, this burger idea is not my own. I got this from laurainthekitchen.com. So it's pretty much identical with the exception of she puts red onions on her burgers. And y'all know me, I don't do the onions. So, I've got a nice blob of meat here. Let me get rid of my bowl. Move this over here. I've got a nice blob of meat. So I'm just going to kind of evenly cut this with my hand so that I have 4 same-size burgers. And what I might do, in fact I know what I'm going to do, is I'm only going to make 2 of these tonight, and I'm going to freeze the other 2. So we're going to flatten these out. Don't play with your meat too much. You don't want a tough burger. And put a nice little indent in the middle so that they don't puff up and cook uneven. It smells like a big taco in here right now. And I love me a taco. That wasn't proper English, was it? I love me a taco. I really was a good student. Alright, and one more. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry these in a cast iron frying pan. You can use a cast iron grill pan, you can use your grill outside. Again, with this apartment living, our grill is not set up. The cast iron works fabulous to give them a nice crust on the outside. So there we go. 4 burgers, 2 for $2. Okay, time to start frying the burgers. So I have my cast iron pan that is well seasoned. I make sure when I store it seasoned. I have that on medium to medium high, and I want to get that nice and hot before I put my burgers in. In the meantime, the toppings, well, first of all, my rolls are just simple Kaiser rolls. I've cut them in half. I'm just going to throw all the goodies on there, and this bite of bread that fell off is mine. And my toppings for my burgers are going to be onions, pepper jack cheese, some lime, some avocado that I haven't cut yet. I'll cut that at the last minute, and cilantro. And hopefully that last clip, I heard my phone make the noise that it makes when the memory card is full, right as I was saying about my burgers being all padded. I was only making 2. So hopefully it recorded that. But anyway, out of the 4 burgers, I am only going to make 2. And we're going to freeze the other 2. So, and here's 1. Oh yeah, listen to that sizzle. And 2. And I'm going to cook those for about 5 minutes on each side. And I'll show you what they look like when they're all done. Alright, I just flipped my burgers, and thankfully I caught them in time. I was out with the dog, and my neighbor came home, and I like to talk. So yeah, I almost burnt my burgers. So let's start building. So I'm going to put a couple slices of tomato on each one on the bottom. Oh, and I've got to get my avocado cut. Let's do that next. Let's just throw these hunks on here, and we got to cut the avocado next. Okay, so my burgers are about done. We don't like them cooked the whole way, so I'm going to turn my heat down low. And I'm going to melt some pepper jack cheese right on the top. And I just heard Mike walk in the door, so perfect timing. Let that melt a little bit. All right, let's get these plated up.
Are they peeled?
Yes, they're peeled.
No, it's not.
An avocado has a really hard, bumpy skin.
Yeah, I thought so.
You know you're on camera now asking if they were peeled.
Well, we don't normally eat avocado. I thought they had like a brownish green.
Yes, and you want to make sure you put some kind of citrus on your avocado when they're cut. And avocado needs salt as well, so make sure you salt those. You could salt your tomatoes too if you wanted to, but I think there's enough seasoning in the burger you probably don't need anything else. And then right on the top, some cilantro, and you're all set. Now with the size of these, you're definitely going to have to do the burger smash. And you know what the burger smash is, don't you? So let me get some French fries out. Time for some trail mix. And CSI Miami. My typical Monday night. I will talk to you later. Hope you've had a great day. Bye.